Hey guys, so I wanted to bring you guys a couple different things this week. So we're going to be trying some new workouts. The one that I'm doing today is going to be a weight exercise workout. So for those of you guys just starting off, you're going to start with light weights, okay? Even if you're just doing 5 pounds, that's fine. What you want to work on is the technique and making sure that you're doing the movements properly and with good form. For the rest of you guys, start with a lighter weight until you can figure out how much weight you can do to do all 5 reps. Okay, so we're going to be doing 5 different exercises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 different exercises, and you're going to do 5 reps of each exercise. So for those of you guys starting out, you're going to do 4 rounds of that, so 100 reps total. For those of you guys who want to make it more difficult, you can do 5 rounds, 6 rounds, probably up to 8 rounds. But I wouldn't go too much higher than that. Actually, 6 is probably good, especially if you're doing heavier weights. If you're doing less weight, it's okay to do higher reps. That's fine. That'll work more of your endurance anyway. Not so much building muscle, but endurance, muscle strength endurance. All right, so first exercise is going to be a Romanian deadlift. For those of you guys just starting out again, you're going to use lightweight. You can, if you have access to a bar, you can use a bar or you can use 2 dumbbells, okay? So for the Romanian deadlift, what you're going to do is you start with your feet about hip width apart, palms facing back so that your weights form a straight line. You're going to bend through the knees just slightly. And what I want you to do is you're going to come down to just past your knees and then lift up and extend. Then come down, lift up and extend. Okay, so you're going to do 5 of those. And if you're doing it on the bar, it looks like the same thing. Down and straighten, down and straighten, okay? Make sure that you maintain good posture. Stick your butt out when you're coming down. Good posture for the back. And then come straight up, okay? Another thing too is on the bar, if you're using a bar, make sure it's centered. A lot of bars like this have what's called, they have like the smooth part in the middle and then the knurling. For women, right at the edge where the knurling is. So if the edge is here, you're going to place your thumb pad on the smooth portion, just at the edge of the knurling for your grip. Okay, that'll give you a pretty good grip. For guys, you're going to actually, if this is the edge, you're going to place the tip of your thumb at the edge of the knurling. So your grip is going to be wider. But if you use that, it'll help to keep you centered on the bar, and then that way you're balanced. Okay? So again, first exercise was Romanian deadlifts. Second exercise is going to be rows. Okay, so I'm just going to show the rest of these on the bar, I think. So we finished our Romanian deadlifts. Now we're going to do rows. I'm going to bend through the knees, lean forward slightly, and I'm going to pull the bar up to my chest. So these are your rows. Okay, you're going to do 5 of those. Once you finish that, you're going to do 5 hang and cleans. So the hang and clean is, try not to think of it as an upper body exercise. Try and think of it as a hip exercise. So what you're going to do is you're going to start in the same movement as the Romanian deadlift. So your arms are going to be thigh height. You're going to come down, and then as you come up, you're going to thrust your hips forward, and the bar is going to come straight up, okay? And then you're going to catch it underneath. So if you're looking from the side, it's going to come down just like this, okay? So I don't want you to do this. You're not going to come down and then curl the bar up. You're going to lift it straight up, thrusting through the hips to get the motion to pick up the bar. Okay? So it's going to look like this. Watch out, buddy. Vicky, move. Good boy. Okay? So you're going to come down, snap up, and get under the bar. Okay? So that's a hang and clean. And then you're going to come back down to thigh level. Bend forward. Or I shouldn't say bend forward. Drop your hips back. Okay, so the bar slides right down your thighs. Once you get to your knees, pop it back up. Okay? So, it should be a quick movement. You don't want to stop at the bottom, so you don't want to do this. Be here and then try and pop up. Start in the standing position, drop down, pop up. Okay, so as soon as you drop down, pop up. Okay, so that's the hang and clean. 5 of those. Next exercise is the overhead press. So if you are just starting out, I want you to try and do strict presses. And we'll go through the differences between presses later on. But basically what I want you to do is when you do a strict press, you're just using upper body. Okay? So you're not pushing with your legs to try and get the weight up. You want to be able to start with the weight shoulder level and then push straight up using just your arms. Okay? So it's going to look like this. All right, so we're going to start in this position. We're going to do 5 strict presses. Okay, so you're just going to do 5 of those, and that's all it is. Pretty easy. Just start with the weight at your shoulder height, and then push straight up. Okay, and then finally, last exercise is going to be squats with the bar. Okay, so if you're using hand weights for this, just hold the weights at your chest height. If you're using the bar, so when you're holding for squats, the position is actually supposed to be kind of the bar resting on your, across the front part of your chest and your shoulders, elbows pointing forward. So the less flexibility you have in your shoulders, the more your elbows are going to be down, okay? Just try and get them up as high as you can. The higher you can get your elbows, the less stress you'll put on your wrists. If you find that this is uncomfortable, so, okay. You can also cross your hands and hold the bar like this, okay? A lot easier on the wrists to hold and do squats in this position, okay? And then again, for those of you starting out, if you don't want to do squats with weight, you don't have to, but try and add a little bit of weight since we are doing specifically a weighted exercise today. Remember that your feet are slightly wider than hip width apart. You're going to sit back on your heels, butt goes back, squat down, go as far as you can go, and squeeze through the glutes to stand back up. Okay? So with the bar, the motion is the same. Okay? All right, and then 5 of those. Okay? So 5 reps of each. Romanian deadlift, rows, hang and clean, strict press, and then squats. You're going to do that either 4, 5, or 6 times through. Okay? Remember, you can always, it's better to start a little bit light, and then if you go through the entire first round, think you can add a little bit of weight, progressively add weight until you're kind of at your max, okay? If at any point in these exercises you you start to feel pain, stop, okay? It means you're either doing the exercise improperly or you're doing too much weight, okay? So make sure that you're using good form. Technique is very important when you're lifting weights, mostly for your safety, but also to target the muscles that you want to target. But in this case, I want to make sure that you guys are doing this safely. So again, start with lightweight and work your way up, okay? If you have any questions, let me know.